What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back with another review of Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is Season 6, Episode 5, and let's get right into it. So, we open the show up with Brooke and Marcus. Now, Brooke is over here singing her face off, and Marcus is rapping. I kind of forgot that Marcus tried to, rap, or he was, a producer, or whatever Marcus did, but Brooke sounds great. Okay, Brooke always sounds great. I just really want her to drop this project, and hopefully it gives her some success, because let's not act like Brooke isn't talented. Oh, by the way, Amara stopped by. Girl, I guess. I just hate that we only get a sprinkle of Brooke and Marcus here and there. I just really want Love and Hip Hop Hollywood to come back. I don't understand why we have so many LA transplants coming to Miami. It makes no sense, but I digress. So, nonetheless, of course, Brooke is pregnant, right? And Marcus, he says that he's, a little bit nervous because Brooke has had complicated deliveries before, but he knows that she's going to pull through with this baby. Here's the thing. Brooke decided that she was going to give Marcus his phone number to Shay because on social media, he goes by the name Dr. Marcus or Dr. Love or something like that, where he's supposed to be this motivational speaker on relationships. So now he's going to give them a counseling session. Yeah, he's going to give Shay and Fabo a counseling session. They don't need no counseling session. They just need to break up. That's all. So I think Marcus ended up leaving, and Amara, she's like, oh, well, I heard that, Fabo might have gotten Zoey's sister pregnant. And I'm just like, see, and here we go, Zoey. You should have cleared that up with the girls that you told that to, because that was all a lie. But nonetheless, Amara decides to open up about all the things that have happened between her and Flo, and how this led to now her and Marlon having their own little connection. Now, according to Amara, she's like, the whole plot was to get revenge on Flo, because she don't rock with Flo. But now, Marlon, he said he's going to teach her how to swim, and she's like, I have an indoor pool, so I might as well learn. Amara, do you really need Marlon to teach you how to swim? No, you don't. You have enough money to hire a swim instructor to teach you how to swim. But we see what you're doing, girl. Moving on from that, I'm sorry, but Amara ain't got no damn storyline. But I digress. Moving on, Trick Daddy is out here cooking for full-grown adults. Okay? It's one thing to cook for yourself, but not them other three. He got to cook for Jaden and the twins. And here's the thing. He's pissed off with those girls because at the end of the day, they went down to the studio to work with Derek and wasted his time. So one of the twins is like, well, my sister, she was in there talking about stuff that she didn't need to talk about, and her head was somewhere else. Because where was her head? Focused on Jaden, who's sitting across from her. I said, this is so, ridiculous. I really just want to know, how old is Jaden compared to them twins? Because if he graduated from college, he got to be 22, 23 max. If he was there for an extra year. Those twins give me a solid 35. Let's stop playing. The next thing you know, Hot Topic decides to come over, and I'm just like, yo, why are they forcing Hot Topic on us? The only thing she got to talk about is Trina. That's it. So basically she come over to be like, oh yeah, I got invited to Trina's, basically a little celebration for the marriage. And she's like, yeah, I got an invite from Joy. I didn't even get an invite from Trina. Girl, well, it's given Trina probably didn't want you there. Okay? So Trick Daddy, he's like, yeah, I'm surprised that I got an invitation because at the end of the day, I just got into it with Joy. He was pissed off at Trina for being late with the orchestra or whatever. But at the end of the day, he's like, I'm not about to let go of my friendship with Trina over, something so small. And let's not forget, he don't really like Swerve like that either, but his friendship with Trina means more to him. Now, Hot Topic is over here telling him about how she met with the baby mama and all this drama. And Trick is like, listen, that baby mama needs to go ahead and go to the child support office. She don't need to try to come up off of Trina, because the way Hot Topic brought it to him, it made it seem like the baby mama was plotting on Trina. And that wasn't even the case. The baby mama don't want nothing to do with Trina. She just want Swerve to take care of his child. But moving on from that, we see the twins. Now, I think their name is Deja and Asia. I never knew their names. But Deja, she wants to step out with Jalen. She feels like they need to basically be an item in these streets. And Asia is like, girl, are you stupid? Like, you are really about to ruin things because your head is gone. And not only that, he your play cousin. Girl, not you dating your play cousin. Just nasty. So Asia basically tell her sister that she's stupid. Okay? And she not lying. Like, Trick is going to be pissed off because that's not why y'all are staying at his house. He is not letting y'all crash there so that way you can hook up with his son. Y'all supposed to be, working. And also, y'all grew up together in some way or shape or form. That's giving weird. Now, back to Hot Topic. Hot Topic is over here yapping about Bobby and how he didn't follow up with the email and how he's out of town. He's going to miss the celebration for Trina. Girl, why does that matter to you? Like, I'm sorry, Hot Topic is very draining. And it's crazy because Trick Daddy had to be like, girl, don't try to start no mess at these people's wedding celebration. Like, if you want to start some mess, do that on your own time, but not there. Not when they celebrating the fact that they got married. Come on now. So, moving on from that, it gets even messier, y'all. We get to Zoey and her sister Bianca. Zoey, how are you not seeing that your sister is using you for screen time? Like, one thing I can say is that Zoey, you need to refresh your whole friend group. Because, baby, none of these girls are your friends. None of them. I ain't seen one yet. Like, and then her sister, though. Her sister, I'm telling you, I don't trust her. Nonetheless, Bianca ends up asking Zoey how she feels about the proposal. And Zoey is like, I always wanted this. But at the same time, we just kind of got into it. And, like, we have a lot of work to do as far as her and Kelvin. Is that Kelvin? Yeah, Kelvin. So, next thing you know, they pop up to this bridal store because they're actually going to have Zoey try on some wedding dresses, right? It was supposed to be a spa day, but her friend surprised her with this. And, baby, here goes Estelita. I said, girl, why are you here? Like, there's no reason why Estelita is still on this show. None whatsoever. But she's here. So Estelita is like, even though I'm super busy getting ready for my photo shoot, because I have a lash line coming out, I made time for this. Girl, first of all, that's a random ass business. Who is going to buy lashes from you? Like, be so serious about yourself. But nonetheless, here's the thing. Did y'all catch that Bianca was making some type of joke about marrying Fabo? Girl, I need you to let it go. You already played yourself on TV once. Please stop doing it. Okay? Then Zoey, she's trying on these dresses. Baby, I don't like either one. Both of those dresses were not flattering to Zoey at all. So Zoey ends up sitting down in one of the dresses. And I'm like, girl, go put your regular clothes back on. Because, I'm sorry, when she sat down, it made the dress look even worse. Because that cut just was not for Zoey. But nonetheless, she sit down and they talk about how she feels like her career is ruining the relationship. Ma'am, you feel like your career, which is barely taking off, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but your career is barely taking off. You're barely scratching the surface. And you feel like that's ruining your relationship. No, it's the fact that your man is hovering over you, and at some point it's going to transition into him controlling you and what you got going on. Okay? So what you might want to do is have him go get another job and not be your manager. Okay? So here goes one of her friends. I think her name was Kiki. She was like, yeah, I don't think he's the one. I was like, damn, that's cold. Like, who does that? And this is why I keep saying, Zoey, you need new friends, because why would your friend say that to you while the cameras are rolling? Like, you can have a private conversation about this, but not on camera, sweetheart. So Kiki is like, no, I think you need to find somebody else. And it sounds like she said that she should be with like a woman, right? So we learned that Zoey is bi, and she says that, you know, Kiki shouldn't be speaking on this because at the end of the day, where's her person? She ain't got nobody. Now, here's the thing. I will say this. I kind of don't like when people tell someone like, oh, because you don't have, like, for example, you don't have kids, so you can't speak on that. You're not married, so you can't speak on that. People can very much be honest, have a point, and actually have some good advice for you if you choose to listen. It doesn't matter what their status is. But I digress. So, back to this though. Zoey is pissed off at this point. And the crazy thing is that Kiki felt no way about it. Like it was nothing to Kiki saying all this on national TV. I'm just like, yo, that's so cold. Like, how are you her friend if you're going to put her on Front Street? First of all, let's be honest. We did not know that Zoey was with women. We did not know that. So, like, girl, you definitely put her on Front Street unnecessarily. Moving on from that, y'all, we get to Amara and Marlon, and he's teaching her how to swim that day, right? Now, she has on this one piece, and yes, it's a fully covered one piece, because she has the audacity to say that she doesn't want him to get the wrong idea. Ma'am, if you don't want him to get the wrong idea, what you can do is zip that zipper all the way up to the neck, okay? Because literally, she has on this one piece, right? And it's unzipped so that way her boobs are out. Here's the thing, baby. Those zippers, sometimes they continue to zip all down. And I'm just like, Amara, if you get in that water and that zipper comes down, your boobs are going to be all out. Like, what's going on here? But I digress, girl. If you want to be exposed, that's you. So, Amara basically says that she's not attracted to Marlon. And he says that he misses Flo, right? Oh, I forgot to mention, because they started to have a conversation after she got in the pool. So when they got in the pool, he kept making all these sexual references like, oh, you have to ride me and all these things. Let me tell you something. I've gotten swimming lessons as an adult as well as a child. Ain't nobody ever said that. I ain't never had to ride on nobody back to learn how to float. I'm just like, Marlon, why are you making stuff up as you go? Now, back to the conversation between Amara and Marlon. Basically, she tells him that he got to keep fighting for his family. But, baby, at this point, I want them to break up. Because they have done so much to each other. Or should I say Marlon has done the most. Like, let the relationship go, okay? Moving on from that, we get to the celebration for Trina's marriage, right? Now, hot topic. She already coming in on the wrong energy. Like, her energy is screaming, I'm a hater. Okay? Like, I'm trying to figure out what is the connection that Trina and Hot Topic got, because it's giving weird. So, y'all, when Trina walks in, right? Her and her husband come in, and baby, she looks pregnant. I'm like, what's going on here? Now, I don't think that Trina is pregnant, even though she did make a comment later in this scene. I was like, are you pregnant, girl? But, girl, that weight gain is real, okay? She real happy. So, Trick Daddy ends up coming over to Trina, and he's like, you know, you didn't even tell me that you got married. And she's like, yeah, I know, but I wanted to keep this private. It was a private ceremony, and at the end of the day, Trent understands and he's happy for Trina, right? Now, this is where things went left for me because Swerve decided to get on the microphone. I said, baby, did you finish elementary school? Like, are you okay? Like, at one point, he was just kind of standing there. I said, baby, are you about to have a stroke? What's happening? Like, I don't know what he said to Trina, about Trina. I cannot tell y'all nothing that man said. I was like, does he always talk like this? Because, my God, this is horrible. Like, I want him to never get on the microphone, okay? But Trina is just staring at him in awe as if he is just saying the greatest things ever. I'm like, girl, your head is gone. So Trina, she is, giving a little speech. And she mentions how, this group of people will for sure be around for all the other events in the future. And she even mentioned kids. So I'm like, Trina, are you trying to have a baby with this man? What's going on here? I'm just curious. I can't lie, y'all. It's kind of crazy, though, because Trina was with that short guy. What was his name? Ray, I think? Raymond? She was with him for quite some time, like definitely over 5 years, or at least it feel like it. And baby, her and Swerve, I don't know how long they've been together, but it ain't been that long, considering she got married to him. But I guess, moving on from that, Trina, she ends up going around the room saying hi to everybody, thanking everybody for showing up, and then she approaches Hot Topic. Now, basically, Trina already let her know out the gate that she mad at her. And Hot Topic is like, yeah, I'm mad at you too. I gotta get some things off my chest. But Trina basically shut it down. Because at the end of the day, Hot Topic, you have to understand that if this girl is celebrating, her marriage, she's not about to sit up here and have that type of conversation with you. Especially not right here and right now. Come on now. Now, moving on from that, we see Marlon. He goes to see Flo. He gives her this old rusty, dusty photo of them when they were younger. And at this point, she don't want Marlon because he wants to get back with her. However, she feels like he's done way too much to her. He's cheated throughout the entire relationship. And I'm just like, yeah, let's go ahead and end this. Go ahead. Flo says she's going to finalize the divorce. Please let that happen this season. Because we're all drained of Flo and Marlon, okay? Really, we're drained with her entire storyline. But that's a whole other story. Moving on from that, we see Estelita at her photo shoot for her foreign lashes. Okay, girl. So Kiki ends up showing up, and I'm like, why is Kiki here? Like, y'all not friends. What's happening here? So Estelita, she wants to get to the bottom of this. And Kiki's like, well, I've been cut off, so it kind of is what it is. And here's the thing. Kiki, she knows that in her mind, Zoey should be with somebody else. So I have no idea what Zoey has told Kiki as far as the other relationship goes. But clearly Kiki knows some information that we all don't know. Here goes Estelita, though. She's like, you shouldn't have done that. That wasn't your place. All of this stuff, right? And I get it. But at the same time, why are you fully out here chastising this girl that you don't know? You're not her friend. You don't even know what their friendship is like. Why do you have so much to say? Then in the confessional, she had the audacity to be like, oh yeah, this girl is a clout chaser and she can't be trusted. Girl, we don't even know you enough for you to be trusted. And you clearly are chasing clout because why are you back on the show? Estelita, you should be every bit of 40-something. Why are you even entertaining being friends with Zoey? Get your own friends. It's giving weird. But baby, Kiki told her, yeah, you might want to get back to your photo shoot. Which means, girl, I'm not listening to you. You don't know nothing about this. And literally, Estelita, you're looking like some random girl who is butting into a conversation that you don't need to be in because I think that Kiki may have been around Zoey way before you been around. So, Estelina, please take a seat in the back seat. Just enjoy the ride, okay? So, next thing you know, Estelina, she got a problem with that, right? She want to get all big and bad in the chest and in the throat. And I'm just like, Estelina, you look dumb right now. Like, you had to say all of this. Kiki don't give a damn about what you talking about. And now you want to fight her? Go sit your old ass down. Moving on from that, we see Shay. Oh my God. I already knew Shay was about to drain my battery, okay? Shay is about to have this session with Marcus, and Fabo. So she opens up about them, not being on the same page. And she says that, he's been with multiple women, talking to multiple women on social media. Now, Fabo, he says that, that's irrelevant. It is psychotic that man thinks that it's irrelevant that he is talking to other women on social media and making them think that he's only with Shay for TV purposes. That's crazy. So then he goes on to be like, oh no, the problem is that, she's jealous of my ex, or she don't want my ex to be around. And I'm just like, that's where you want to start the problem at? Not your lying and your cheating and your conniving? None of those things? Okay, cool. So we learned that Shay was the side piece. However, she did not know that he was in a relationship, with his ex or whatever. But when Shay got pregnant, of course, she wanted them to be a family. So next thing you know, Shay, she's all big in the chest. She started yelling all these random women's names. I'm like, who are these people? Like, I guess these are women that he's talking to. Baby, next thing you know, she left the room, came back. She got her phone and she's like, I'm about to bust this whole situation open. And I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. I know Marcus was pissed when he got home. I know he told Brooke, don't you ever give none of your friends, not a one of your friends, my phone number. Because this was ghetto and it was a mess. So Shay ends up saying how Fabo has been telling all these women that they're only together for TV or whatever, and how she found out that he got 2 sons already, even though he tried to get her pregnant to have his first son. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, Fabo tripping. What's crazy is that I think she said his sons were like 16 years old, both of them. And I'm just like, wait a second. He got 2 kids, probably by 2 different women. Then he have some other kids with the lady in Milwaukee. Sir, and you have a child with Shay? That's a lot of child support going out the house. Like, that's crazy. But baby, let Shay tell it. He don't do nothing. He don't do nothing. He don't work. And I'm just like, so you're paying for that Negro too? You're taking care of him? Shay, get a backbone, please. And honestly, every time I heard Fabo talk, it sounded like he wanted to go back to Milwaukee. So at this point, I'm like, Shay, what are we doing? Like, Marcus, he over here trying to chime in, and she's not letting him talk. But also, he's like, hey, Shay, you're not letting him speak. And I'm just like, listen, this woman, she feel like she got to get it all out. Let her get it all out. Because if I'm being honest, I feel like if Fabo starts to talk, all he gonna do is gaslight her. Like, we have seen him do that plenty of times. And that's definitely what would happen. So, next thing you know, right, this man is basically talking about how the real issue is the ex, and that when Shay was pregnant, he stepped out on his ex, and how, these women, they didn't know each other. So then Shay is going off again, and Mark is so fed up with all this yelling. She says that Fabo is dead to her, and Fabo's like, he's done. So why are we here? Why are we talking to Marcus? Please leave Marcus out of this and alone, because y'all basically came here to yell at each other, feel how you feel, and then Marcus is supposed to help you. Help you do what? Like, Marcus is like, okay, well, y'all gonna have to be able to communicate because at the end of the day, y'all share a child. Oh, why he say that? Because according to Shay, Fabo, he don't do nothing for the daughter. Now, I will say this. I do think that she probably does the majority of the work when it comes to this child, because most men do the bare minimum when it comes to children. I said most, not all, but that's a whole other story for a whole other topic. But at the same time, it's just like, Shay, but do you see how stupid you have looked all this time that you've been with Fabo? Because you've been trying to put on this, like, this facade that Fabo's so great. And he basically feel like the only reason why y'all are together is because y'all both look good. Like, do you hear how crazy that sounds? Then Fabo, he's like, well, this will probably be the last time that I see my daughter because she's not going to let me see my child. And she's like, no, because you're not going to be, you're not going to let these other women that you messing around with be around my daughter. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is so ridiculous and ghetto. Like, Shay, what I want you to do is really go find you a therapist. Like, because this is crazy. You have let this man embarrass you time after time after time. And every time you open up your mouth, I feel like you just get dumber by the minute. Like, at the end of the day, what I need from you is to stop acting as if Fabo just sprung this side of him on you. He has shown his true colors time after time after time. So I'm not understanding why you're acting as if all of this was new information and you're just so brokenhearted about it. It's ridiculous. He been dogging your ass for years. This is just crazy. So I'm just going to leave that where it's at. Moving on from that, we get to Big D. He had a party, right? And y'all, here goes Hot Topic again. I said, baby, one thing Hot Topic gonna do is get on my nerves. So her whole thing is that she wants to put Trina on Front Street, right? So here we go. Hot Topic basically feels like Trina has been distant ever since she got with this man. And she also said that she feels like she's out the circle. I said, here we go right here. That right there, that second part, that's the answer. You're out of the circle. Because let me tell you something. Joy's still there. So it's giving that you're cut off. Okay? I don't know if Trina don't trust you around her man or what. But girl, she not rocking with you like that. But also on top of that, is it me or is it giving that like Trina and Hot Topic may have messed around before? Like, that's the energy that is giving, and Hot Topic don't want her piece to, move on from her. I'm just saying, because that's the energy that Hot Topic is on. Now, here's where things got real interesting for me. Because basically, Trina says that, Bobby told me that you're the one who put my marriage on blast. And Bobby also told me that, you've been digging around trying to find information out about my husband. So, like, what did you find? And Hot Topic, she brings up the baby mama. And Trina is like, yeah, that's alleged. I said, okay, here we go. One thing that's going to irritate me is Trina, okay? Because at this point, before Swerve could say anything when that baby mama was mentioned, Trina was like, oh, no, I got this. I said, I'm sorry, what do you have, sweetheart? Like, I know you have this man, but, girl, he could possibly have a child. Let's not act like that's not possible. So Hot Topic is like, well, listen, the baby mama has tried to track him down for like 2 years. And Trina is like, well, this is my man and my man is my man. Because my man. I said, girl, what else is going on besides the fact that he's your man? Okay. And then she had the audacity to be like, yeah, I heard about the whole alleged baby mama before. I said, so you supposedly already knew about this and you're still operating from a space of this is my man? Not, babe, let's get this settled. Let's check and see if you actually have a baby out there. Trina, you're the problem. Like, you are so problematic. Okay? So the hot topic is like, the girl, she wants to get a DNA test. And Trina's response is, well, my lawyers are going to handle it. They're going to chew her up and spit her out. And I'm like, whoa, Trina, what the fuck are you talking about? This Negro may absolutely have a child, a couple of children. You don't know. Like, you just don't know. Like, it's not that big of a deal, honestly, if he has previous children, you know what I'm saying, from a previous relationship. Like, your energy is crazy to me. And what's even crazier is that Swerve was over there skinning and grinning the whole time because Trina is just going off about this. And I'm just like, Trina, you're so stuck on him being your man that you sound ridiculous. If there is a possible child out there, he does need to be responsible. But I see what type of broad you are. Because you the type that it only matters what child he has with you. If y'all had a kid. And if y'all don't have a kid, then the relationship only matters between you and him. You don't give a fuck if he have other kids. And if that child actually ends up being his, I can absolutely see Trina being the type of woman that's going to keep that man away from their kid because she feels like, oh yeah, the baby mama is trying to get back with him. Girl, that girl looked like she did not want that man no more, okay? So, Hot Topic is like, but if it is his kid, then he needs to, take care of him. Take care of the child or whatever. And Swerve is like, yeah, stop talking to me like this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, you know what? Swerve and Trina, y'all made for each other. Hot Topic, at the end of the day, let your friend do what she gonna do. Because she was gonna do that anyway. Okay? Now, y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.